Hey, good morning everyone, Trackman 44 here. Some of you might remember this 2000 Ford. Got it down at my son's house. Went through a whole lot of stuff on it last year. Didn't even get all the videos uploaded, edited and uploaded. But this one here, we did a lot of work to it. Went through the Holley carburetor, changed it to Petronix electronic ignition, the whole schmear. It's been a good, reliable tractor ever since I've done that. But it's time to put some new skins on it. The rear tires are just completely gone. Well, the tires are not that bad, but the rims are completely gone. And he's wanting to plow up a little deer plot, and we know that if he drops a plow on the ground, put this thing under any load, this thing's going to walk right out of its rubber. There's absolutely no doubt about it. You can see the condition of the left rear rim, but that's not the worst part. The worst part is right down here at the bottom. You can see the bead of the tire, about 14 inches of it is actually busted the rim out, and it's pushing plumb out. There's nothing hardly at all holding this tire in place. So if he drops a plow in the dirt with this, it's literally going to come right out of the rim. Look closely all the way up here on about 3 o'clock there by the valve stem. You can see the bead coming through right there as well. So that whole side is about to pop off about 170 degrees. It's not like voltmeters on these tractors, is you can see the condition of the battery as soon as you turn the ignition on. This here with the electronic ignition conversion, it needs to have a full 12.65 volts or something like that applied, or it's going to fail to start. So as soon as I turned the key on, I saw that this voltage was down on the battery, down to about 11.8 volts, somewhere around there. So I went ahead and put the jumpers on it. I'm allowing that battery to kind of take a little bit of a charge right now. I'm going to go ahead and start the truck, let the alternator create a little bit of an increased output, and then we're going to go see if this thing... Chain and binder on the front, chain and binder on the back. We're ready to run up the highway. We're only going to go a mile or so up to my shop to work on the tractor for a little bit. I don't know if this is the way that it's suggested to bind down your tractors, but bear in mind, if you just lop a chain over the top of the drawbar or an axle or whatever, if you're in an accident or whatever, or get sideswiped or pushed off the road, that tractor can still slide back and forth, under that impact, with that chain not tied like I've got it. What I like to do, and again, I don't know if it's suggested, but I go around and then I go at least one time around the chain before I tie it off and then tighten it up. That way right there, there's absolutely no way that tractor can actually slide to the left or to the right. A lot of times I'll go ahead and make a double wrap on them. That's probably overkill. One seems to do a perfect job. But anyway. Put a little anti-seize on those. Well, there's one new piece of meat. Well, it's used, but it's still good. A little dry, cracked and everything, but it's going to work out just fine for the little bit that we're going to use this old tractor. Like the other one, I'm going to clean all the rust off of these right here and go ahead and treat them with anti-seize. I'm going to clean all these lug nuts up on the buffing wheel. Okay, here's tire number 2. Now all we have to do is check the torque settings. You know, just run those on there with that Makita impactor. So now I got to check the torque settings. I do that in a very highly technical manner. The settings are just about right, and this is one tool. This is one torque wrench that just never fails you. But you have to have a touch for it, you know what I mean? You know what? The Ford 2000 has new skins. And so, you know what? This is Tractor Man 44. We're done with this one, and I'm out here, guys.